Hello, everyone. My name is Rafael Assis. I'm the project coordinator of the BRC, the Biodiversity Research Consortium, and I'm here to present a work called A Decade of Studies on Forest Recovery After Mining in the Eastern Amazon. What have we learned? So the BRC embraced universities from Brazil and Norway, plus an industry involved in mining in the Brazilian Amazon, in order to understand what's the effect of land degradation by mining on biodiversity and provide solutions to better recover the forest after mining activities. So BRC embrace research from all spectrum on ecosystems segments, from ants to birds, from fungi to mammals. So the idea is to understand how the entire ecosystem is impacted by mining activities. The main methods on forest and land recovery are natural regeneration, seed implantation, and nucleation. And among the methods used to monitoring fauna, they have camera traps for mammals, sensors for birds, also collect water and fishes for evaluate toxicity, among others. So I'm here to present some of the results among the 26 projects we have. So it's a sort of summary of what we've been learned so far based on the studies conducted by BRC. In the soil, we noticed that the natural regeneration is quite a good technique to recover many of the soil attributes. So this could be taken in consideration for the future. For the tree diversity, we noticed that natural regeneration had relatively low diversity in comparing to seed plantation. But based on these results, we can mention that the combination of natural regeneration and plantation could be a good solution for recovery forest, since natural regeneration is a good technique to recover the soil conditions, and the seed implantation is good technique to provide better numbers on diversity of trees. Nucleation was the technique that had higher emissions of carbon, and natural regeneration the lowest one, and this also was noticed in the phytobiomass numbers, so shows that the natural regeneration, it's a good technique to decrease the emissions and also provide better carbon assimilation for forest growth. Bird diversity was much higher in the forest than the other three techniques, and these remain even after 8 years. So it seems like it takes quite long to the birds to recolonize the areas under restoration. For the mammals, we note that most species occur across all habitats, suggesting that they have some tolerance. However, they show distinct habitat preferences. For instance, anteaters and armadillos prefer disturbed habitats, whereas peccary had the lowest preferences. Heavy metal concentration in streams was higher near the mining operations, and this also impacted the concentration of toxicity in the fishes nearby this area. As conclusion, we can suggest that an intervention of natural regeneration after the third year could be a good solution to forest recovery. Also, we can say that animal types respond differently to different levels of degradation, including techniques for restoring the forest, being that some mammals are more tolerant than others, whereas birds, for instance, take much longer than we expect to recolonize areas after the mining activities. Contamination of fishes may be an issue, and further studies are important to understand better what's the impact of this in the long term. We also noticed that several taxa were recommended for use as bioindicators, especially aquatic insects, and this is very relevant for studies on biomonitoring. Finally, we suggest that restoration should be addressed at ecosystem scale, and biological response to techniques for ecosystem recovery are quite distinct and complex. So only addressing at the large scale, we can have better answers for this. BRC research program can be work as a laboratory to understand the effects of mining in the environment, and what do we do after that to provide a successful restoration of the Amazon. We acknowledge the participation of all researchers, students, and staff that have been involved on BRC program. And thank you for your attention. If you want to know more, BRC is on Twitter and also in Facebook. So at BRC Amazon, and also in this website, www.brcbn.com. Thank you again.